Welcome to the bold analysis. 8 months after William Samoei Ruto, the UDA party leader, decided to punch Cleophas Malala from the ANC, he's been shown the exit door from the party. And in a clear swipe, there is a new trend where President Ruto's handlers are coming out guns blazing shockingly against Malala. And after the UDA grassroots elections were postponed from the December 9th to April next year, the two arguments, while some section blame Malala for poorly handling the merger of other parties, there is also clear sign that some areas, or rather Mount Kenya protest demanding for the Secretary General's position and the deputy party leader being given to Gachagua is likely to blame. And so in this podcast, I want us to dive deep and get the intrigues clearly where Ruto's handlers are showing Malala the exit door. And I've looked at this article. Eyebrows as Ruto top aide Farouk Kibet attacks Malala. Now, if you look at this, you're seeing eyebrows as Ruto's top aide Farouk Kibet attacks Malala. I want us to look at this keenly, and you'll get to understand. Farouk Kibet is William Ruto's personal secretary. Personal secretary, not just any other state officer, is based from State House. So what happened? Last Sunday, before Rigathi-Gachagua, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, flew to Equatorial Guinea, there was a church service that was organized by Farouk Kibet in Bungoma. And that was confirmed even by the Fred Kapondi, who was the host MP, was also as the MC of that event, confirmed that Farouk Kibet called him and informed him to organize 20 churches to attend that prayer service that was graced by Deputy President Rigathi-Gachagua. And that was the time Farouk Kibet launched and so that shows you what exactly was there. You remember, they went there, and in that event was being attended by the UDA leaders, both the Bungoma, I saw the Bungoma leaders, Wetangula, the Governor Lusaka. I also saw Dan Wanyama. There was also Waluhe. I understand Waluhe comes from the same area. Fred Kapondi, and a host of other leaders, and even the senator. And the tone of that, the reason why they went there, they are playing a reverse psychology. And I want to be very objective in this podcast by saying this. William Ruto camp should not hide behind Malala. The reason why, one of the pertinent reasons why the UDA grassroots elections were postponed is because of the contention in Mount Kenya. And the biggest point of contention was on them demanding the Secretary General's position and that of the Deputy Party Leader being given to Gachagua. They came out and complained publicly about that. You can get that from Tahi Kahiga.
It is not right. Either is that Nairobi headquarters. Why are they not treating this office in the same way? Director, can we get this one very correct? Kama kule mnakunywa chai, huyu anashinda hapa hana chai, kwa nini? Mimi mwenyewe ninalipa. I am paying. Mimi mwenyewe nalipa 75,000 every month. Kiroga 5,000 na wengine wanalipa. Then you treat this office, which is a regional office, kama trash. Hatutakubali hiyo maneno. Get this message to Nairobi. Na hii ni yenu na hicho chama hapo munaita directors. If directors are taking tea, we want tea here. na iangaliwe by Monday, nijue kama by Monday mnakunywa. Kama sio hivyo, then my 75 nitawacha kulipa, nitakuwa naleta hapa. There are no two ways about it. Let us get this one straight. Izwe totiko ako mashoro ne met or anything else, but there must be a party leader and a deputy party leader. The rest can be whatever they want to be. And we are demanding that as members of UDA. Kanatigwo tondu riu ri haria tuikaire ni turona na ni wega tumere nie mungindora ndi muthuri na ndirona kuraihu ngona kuraihu muno, koguo we would want to.
So that is the reason. That is the principal reason why those elections was postponed. Now, Malala has been sacrificed, and his utterances on how ANC, on plans to fold ANC, on how he was pushing for ANC and Farouk Kenya to be folded to join UDA, seems to be what is being relayed in public. And someone has now decided to twist the narrative and to justify the postponement of UDA elections as something to be blamed on Malala, which is squarely a no. But this is, and you know, I'm not trying to defend Malala, but this is what he said in the last event he held, and while pushing for the the parties to fold.
Waluya paka wajue kwamba you cannot be in a village party. Chama tu yako na ndugu yako na dada yako. Hapana. Ati party leader anatoka pale. Secretary General yeye ni neighbor pale. Woman leader anaishi hapa nyuma. Ati mtoto wa party leader anacheza na mtoto wa woman leader. Ati chumvi kikosa kwa Secretary General anaenda kuomba woman leader. Aliyo chama sasa ati sisi tunapanga, tunataka urais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya. Aje. Aize tunadanganyana. Na unajua tumedanganya community yetu for a very long time. That is why hatujaifika kwa urais. Tumedanganywa tu, tukifika kwa siasa tunasema share ni share. Alafu mnazama. End result ni kwamba mtu mmoja ama watu wawili wanafaidika, the entire community inazama. This time round, we must prioritize our community. We must be strategic. And the only way Luyas wanaweza fika paka pale juu ni tuingie kwa national party. Na mimi ningependa kuomba Waluya wote waingie kwa national party ambayo inatawala sasa hivi, ambayo inaitwa UDA. Na hii UDA, mnajua watu wanaingia kwa vyama ndio waende wa form government. Now that Luyas, you know who the government is. Ni nini ingine mnaenda kwa vitu vingine kando hapo? Unaenda kwa kitu kingine. Haiwezekani.
Now, I need to tell you something, and you need to understand this angle. Malala was taken, and Malala was appointed in February after Veronica Maina was nominated to the Senate as the nominated senator. And Malala was a double-edged sword for William Ruto for two reasons. Number one, it was a plan to crop young leaders so that they can edge out the peripheral, or rather the perennial kingpins of the regions. For example, in Western, the trick was very simple. That you need to kick out Papua Roma, you need to neutralize Papua Roma and Mudavadi and emerge. Just like the script which was planted in Mount Kenya, when the Ndindi Nyoros and the Kimani Chungas over time were sharpened and weaponized against the former President Uhuru Kenyatta. So Malala was a weapon against Mudavadi and Wetangula. But that backfired, and I will tell you why. I'm going to explain that why. And if you want to understand that he was actually the agenda of the Bungoma meeting, listen to the speeches from two leaders, Rigathi-Gachagua and Moses Wetangula. They were all backing what Farouk Kibet said.
Zungu anasema, if it's working, don't fix it. Sisi hatuna shida. Sisi wote ni watu ya Kenya kwanza. Hapa tuko UDA, ni chama yetu, muendelee kuijenga. Ford Kenya waendelee kujenga. Bora tukifika pale kwa debe, sisi wote ni wawili.
And so clearly, agenda was set. The agenda was set that they are going to get their way. Remember, this is something that Rigathi played his way. Rigathi always wanted that the UDA party should only have one deputy party leader, and that should be him. And then the other also demanded the Secretary General. But so when they went there, there have been another understanding that Malala has been a Rigathi axis, on the Rigathi axis. But you can see, they came out and weaponized and attacked Malala, telling Malala that, you know what, he is the enemy of the party. And I want to say this. The former Kakamega senator was not speaking his mind. The former Kakamega senator was a spanner boy sent by William Ruto. The person that sent Malala to go and pass the information about the other parties to fold and join UDA is William Ruto. And you can see the way maybe that can even destroy. You know, I'm just looking at it this way. Imagine Malala loses that position as the UDA SG. He has crossed over to UDA. So technically he becomes the UDA member. And maybe that was the ambition, to draw him from ANC and send it to UDA. And he will be reduced to a UDA member. And not even a ranking, just a founding, not even a founding or ranking, just a new member. Because he's actually a new member. Then from that, I don't think he's going to have a clout. Now, something happened today on Monday. And I want you to watch this video. The video is seen here. Rigathi-Gachagua made impromptu visit in the UDA party headquarters. There are two sets of information on that Rigathi-Gachagua shared on this. I want to read for you how UDA party what was shared in the UDA party Facebook page, and we'll also read what was shared by Rigathi-Gachagua. Then you'll understand what exactly is going on. Hustlers Plaza, Nairobi. UDA deputy party leader, His Excellency Rigathi-Gachagua, made a courtesy call on the party headquarters. The visit at the Hustler Plaza now accelerates the UDA party plans to fully operationalize the offices of the party leader and the deputy party leader at the party headquarters, with a clear vision of making UDA party the biggest political party in Africa. So, you know, he's saying that his visit there was just going to check on creation of that office. What does this confirm to you? It confirms to you that Mount Kenya have been granted that demand, that Rigathi-Gachagua to be the deputy party leader. Himself, he's saying, today I made an impromptu visit to the UDA party headquarters, and I commend the secretariat for the great work they have done towards running the party. One man who was missing in this visit was Cleophas Malala. You can just look at those who received Rigathi-Gachagua there. The list is in this Facebook post. And the Secretary General, remember the deputy party leader is going, and the Secretary General was missing. The deputy leader, who is also the deputy president, was received by UDA Executive Director, Mr. Nicodemus Bore, and the following directors: Mr. Daniel Kipto, Programs; Rob Gilo, Communications; Samuel Mwangi, Membership. So Malala was not in the picture. And I was just trying to ask some of my friends there. You know, he get there, you can see the photos on how he spent time, even was in that room, that boardroom, and also visited the office of the deputy party leader. I'm told the office of the deputy party leader is what you are seeing in your screen now. So that office was actually created, and they were there to see that office. So Gachagua, what Gachagua is confirming here is that he's taken the office of the deputy party leader. That seems to have been granted, and Malala missing his visit there confirms what I was telling you, that Malala is clearly getting his way out of the party, and he seems to be the person that has been sacrificed. It's also an indication that that Secretary General position might actually go to Mount Kenya. So I want to explain some few in very few exclusively why Ruto plan A with Malala collapsed, why it failed. When Malala was picked as the UDA Secretary General, of course it was temporary. But did he have to go and pick a newcomer? Malala failed even to get the backing of leaders from the Western region. Maybe they thought, he would get Dan Wanyama, Didmus Baraza, and a host of some other leaders like Bole Khalwale failed to embrace Malala. And the fact that Malala was picked from ANC, I think really did not go well with some of fellows. 3 reasons. Number 1, succession politics pitting Rigathi and Musalia could not allow Project Malala to thrive. I was just reading that article I shared with you, and William Ruto and the team are thinking that to open the succession politics between Musalia and Rigathi, they should not pick a Secretary General from either of the two communities. So they were even thinking of, because they have a deputy president and the party leader from the two, from Kalenjin and Kikuyu, and Rigathi and they also Mudavadi is also in William Ruto's succession. They're thinking of taking the Secretary General from at least a minority party, even going to the coast, if that can be allowed, and the vector pointing at some of the coastal leaders. So that has failed, because remember, Malala has been of Ruto axis, Rigathi axis. Who do you serve? And that seems to have failed. Number 2, Cleophas Malala is considered a UDA latecomer. UDA latecomer. And I remember Gladys Boss Sholay even raising concerns that despite of Malala to have been given that position to stabilize the party is collapsing. So is technically, was used to blow people left, right, and center. But that has failed because he can't get the matching orders. I remember I spoke to an MCA from Murang'a who was telling me that there was a time, remember when there was a squabble between an MCA who had been ejected from the house. Malala went to Murang'a and held a closed-door meeting with the MCAs in Murang'a and asked the MCAs for some ceasefire meeting. They declined. And in fact, Malala tried to beg them, telling him that he was sent by William Ruto, but they chased him. He could not even address the press within the premises of the assembly in Murang'a because no one agreed with him, and he has failed to get some matching orders in the party. The reason why he is a latecomer and is not considered a founding member. Number 3, if Malala was used to maybe sell UDA in Western, which I believe was the ambition. Remember how many registration drives have been conducted in Kakamega, Busia, Bungoma, Nyanza, and the Nyanza region. That is the main agenda why he was picked. He's not running membership. He has not done membership drives in Central. He was being planted to run membership drives in Azimio strongholds like the Western region. Now that has failed, and I want to tell you something. Mudavadi is toothless. I think Salam Mudavadi has gotten his position, is getting comfortable, and is not bothered about what next. Then Malala seems to have lost it. Boni Khalwale is not promising to be even thinking about using UDA to vie in the next general election. And so, William Ruto will only remain with one county, and that will be Bungoma and perhaps part of Trans Nzoia. But on Kakamega, Busia, and Vihiga, it is very hot. It is not going to be very, very friendly. Now, I am waiting to see how this plays out, and that is why I'm saying that that project has failed. Kindly, if you are watching our videos for the first time and you have not subscribed, I want to humbly request you to subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell and like our videos, and thank you very much for those who support us from different parts of the globe. Now, what is your take? What is your take on the privatization? I have seen a leaked email about some 11 parastatal companies that are facing privatization this year. What is your take on why we are privatizing? And if you need more information about that, I'm going to say that we'll serve you. If we have that information, I will share. I have that document here. You can just hit my WhatsApp and I'll share with you that document so that you can also see those companies. And that's going to be my next podcast. So I want to read your feedback so that as I do and package something for the next one, I think I shall have your input in that video.